In this demo, we'll be showing you how your team can manage on-site materials more effectively using Steer. There are three key users in this solution: the site manager, the purchasing officer, and the warehouse manager. First, the project manager exports the bill of materials from the project management software and imports it into Steer. These become records which everyone else can refer to. In this scenario, the project shown here is at around 95% complete, and since this task is about to be completed, we need the next batch of materials in order to start the next task. The site manager goes to their mobile app, looks for the material request form, and fills out the following details: project ID and task ID. The site manager can then search for the materials needed for that task, which shows as a checklist. They select which items they need. If there are materials on the list that is needed but isn't listed on the checklist, they can simply add it under additional materials. The inventory of the materials will show up in a drop-down, drawing from the data of your master table or uploaded BOM. You will only need to key in the quantity that you need. The request then gets routed to the approver for review and remarks, if any. Once approved, the request is closed and its status is marked as for PO. Now, let's move to the purchasing side. The purchasing staff will receive a notification that there is a material request from the site manager. The purchasing staff has to open the purchase request form and enter the following details: project name, task description, or material name, or they can remove the filter and basically do a request for all the materials needed for the project. The request now gets routed to the purchasing manager for review and approval. Once this is approved, you can either generate a file that you can use on your ERP to create the purchase order. The order information can also be automatically sent to your existing accounting system to generate a PO. Once this PO is generated and sent off to the supplier, the next step for us in this demo is the receiving of the order from the supplier at the job site. Let's assume that the truck is arriving with the materials ordered from the PO. In the next scenario, we will see the warehouse manager receive the materials ordered. The warehouse manager will most likely be using a tablet or mobile phone to access the Steer extension app. On reception, there are several ways you can receive the initial order: by looking up the PO number from the physical invoice, or by scanning the barcode or QR code from the invoice document. Doing so will bring up a checklist of the ordered materials, which you can use to inspect and approve the materials delivered. Most of the time, or realistically, there are instances when the materials do not arrive together or will come from different suppliers. This gives you multiple purchase orders and can be hard to track. However, on Steer, we can consolidate multiple purchase orders and assign it to one project, allowing the receiver to accept materials partially, giving you greater visibility on materials received. From here, we can move on to the releasing of materials from the site warehouse or bodega to the site manager. The warehouse manager opens Steer to see his inventory list based on what's available in the warehouse. He checks off the list of materials requested by the person picking up the materials, as well as fills up the form in terms of project name, task description, and quantity requested. Finally, to confirm that the materials have been released and to whom it was released to, the person who was assigned to fetch the materials will now have to sign via our e-signature feature in order to complete the releasing process. Apart from tracking materials on Steer, we have several reporting functions available to help you keep visibility across your projects. On a daily or weekly basis, for those who are not on the ground but want visibility on the project, you can check out several reports such as Materials Requested Status Report, which allows you to track your purchase orders from site to procurement. With this report, you can gain visibility on the status of delivery of the materials, from items received on-site to purchase request pending. It can specify whether the materials have been released from inventory or not. Project Status. This report will allow you to see the list of tasks of the project and will give you an idea of where you are for each of these tasks. allowing for better materials tracking and visibility. Materials Variance Report. Finally, this report provides you with the information of the actual materials that have been used versus the materials planned or budgeted for. This information will allow you to see if you have overspent or under-budgeted on the materials of the project. This report can help you forecast for the next project, allowing for tighter control over your costs and estimates. To book a personalized demo, visit www.steerplatform.com or email us at team@steerplatform.com.